Men are not victims, and these women have a right to expect more from us.
You see, here's the problem, young man. You fill your mind with a bunch of images of something that's not even real. And then you marry, and you enslave your wife, because it kills women. It kills them dead.
Hey guys, this is Prince Asbel. Welcome to the second entry in my series of Christians versus pornography videos. If you've ever thought that the way the Christian church addresses the subject of pornography was marked by a men bad, women good attitude, you're right to think so. While most Christians are prepared to admit that women do consume pornography, there is a unique level of venom in the condemnation rained upon male porn addicts. It's a level of judgment so strongly inverted that women who commit infinitely worse sins are, in the same breath, excused and defended and sometimes even glorified instead. And you're about to see a perfect example of this. This man is John Bevere. He made a video called Gaining Freedom from Pornography in 2011. His men bad, women good vibe is very much there in spite of his quiet and gentle demeanor.
When I was bound to pornography, I didn't have God's heart on women. But what happened was God started renewing my mind, and it started getting into my heart. The realization that that girl that I used to look at is made in the image and likeness of God.
Okay.
She is some daddy's little girl.
That's not what being made in the image of God means, but okay. So what? Since when would realizing that ever stop a Christian man from looking at porn? It's not like Christian men don't know that, and it hasn't stopped them yet. The reason why should be obvious. Dare I say it, but nobody cares if a porn actress is some daddy's little girl. That has nothing to do with anything.
She is precious to God.
You don't know that, John. That daddy's little girl is a sinner just like the porn addict. In fact, she's sinning worse than him because she is literally engaging in premarital sex, adultery, lesbianism, group sex, and so on. What about any of those facts indicates to you that she remains precious to God? If she dies unsaved, that little girl is going to hell to suffer the eternal wrath of God. And as I've discovered in making this video, you affirm the doctrine of hell, so you probably agree with me on that. So what's this all about? I don't think the porn addict who dies unsaved can claim to be precious to God when he's on his way to hell, so why would we think that about a porn actress? The answer is very simple. Men bad, women good.
When that revelation hit my heart, I could no longer look at a girl as a piece of meat or as something for pleasure for me.
Why not, John? So she's made in the image of God. That's irrelevant. She's some daddy's little girl. Irrelevant. She is precious to God. Well, probably not, but again, irrelevant. None of those things will remove the gratification a man will experience if he lusts after her and masturbates to her. That incentive will never not be there. You and I both know that. So saying things like this, it just sounds like you're lying. It sounds like you're making stuff up.
So if I see that woman as created in the image and likeness of God, how can I look at her to lust after her?
Very easily, John. Because it feels good to do so. You cannot talk about it all you want, but at the end of the day, Christian men will want to lust after women because it feels good to lust after women. Calling women daddy's little girl will never change that.
I now saw her as crowned with glory and honor because God said He crowned human beings with glory and honor.
Do you notice the pattern at play here, dear viewers? A porn addict has been painted as a heartless, callous man treating women like a piece of meat. But then he starts talking about the porn stars themselves. And he's saying, she's daddy's little girl. She's precious to God. She's crowned with glory and honor. The inverted scale of judgment is dumbfounding. A man who commits a comparatively minor sin is passively judged, whilst a woman committing some of the most depraved sins imaginable is upheld as a glorious, honorable person who is so precious to God that no truly holy Christian man would ever think a lustful thought about her, even if she got naked and has sex on camera. And if you think that's one of the most ridiculous beliefs you'd ever heard, well, you better watch out. Because if you don't agree with it, then you're never going to be set free from your porn addiction.
And so when we really get this in our heart, we're totally set free.
So if you don't see women the way he does, then you won't be set free. This is white knight chivalrous feminism in Christianity epitomized. We're not judging women who are sinning way worse than men, but we're taking the men who are sinning in a comparatively minor way, and we're judging them. And we're telling them that if you do not see women, if you judge women, if you don't see women as anything less than precious to God, then you will never be free from your sin. That's insane. It's insanity. But you know why this sort of thing can be passed off as holiness? It's because we're enslaved. We are enslaved to a rule that says that no matter what happens, men bad, women good.